Hey guys, this is a therapist task guide for decontamination service. For this task, you have to eliminate 40 scavs from less than 60 meters away while wearing specific gear on Interchange. So for this task, you do have to kill 40 scavs within 60 meters while wearing either a respirator, a GP5, or GP7 gas mask. Otherwise, there are not any requirements that you have to be worried about in terms of gear or weapons. You can use whatever you want in order to eliminate the scavs for this task. This task is also one of the precursors that does need to be completed to open up the task line to meet Lightkeeper. So if that is one of your goals for this wipe is to meet him, then it is an important task to try and get completed as fast as possible. It is also required for Kappa, and just so that you guys know, this wipe has made it much more difficult for the majority of people to unlock this task in the first place, since the LEDX craft was removed from Med Station level 3 until you've actually met Lightkeeper and then completed around half of his tasks. And that means that you do have to find a LEDX in an actual raid or get one in your scav case luckily in order to be able to complete the task private clinic, which will unlock the decontamination service task for you. But back to this task, the scavs that you do kill can be inside or outside the mall, and hopefully if you're not familiar with Interchange, then this video will help to make it easier for you guys to maneuver around the map to the most populated scav areas. On top of the route that I am going to show you guys, there is also one area that's up around the co-op PMC and scav extract that does normally have between 2 and 4 scavs there, but it is fairly out of the way, and unless you do have to go there for a task such as marking the tanker, then you typically won't be heading out there. So I didn't necessarily add it into the path, but rather figured that I would mention it now so that you guys are at least aware of it. So this is my preferred path that I use whenever I do have a task that requires me to go to Interchange to eliminate scavs. It is possible to eliminate 20 or more scavs in a single raid while doing this run, depending upon how busy or quiet that your raid is. So starting outside of Ollie, we will make our way through the main entrance and then up the main stairs of Ollie to check for the 2 or 8 plus scavs that can potentially spawn here. And the scavs can be anywhere from around the cash registers to the front of the Ollie store entrance. You can also have scavs respawn here throughout the raid, and this is usually one of the most highly trafficked scav areas as well as PMC locations, especially at the start of a raid due to so many spawns outside of the mall leading to this store, and also the amount of loot that's all around this store. And you can also have scavs that are in amongst all of the different shelves in behind the cash registers as well, so just be aware of that. After I clear Ollie, I move out into the mall with the intent of overlooking the center area of the mall, so usually I will cut through Rasmussen, and then that will bring you out to the hole in the floor, and behind the hole there is actually a pile of boxes that you can jump up and use to check on what's going on around the center area. And primarily you're going to be looking directly in the middle, but all around Brutal, Mantis, German, and the Kibba stores. Typically there's 2 to 5 scavs around this area, and then all in around those Brutal and Mantis stores, and they also will roam up and down the escalators as well. After I check this area out, I usually check inside of the Goshen store, since there can be 2 to 5 scavs that do spawn in this area, and typically they will be in and around the cash registers as well as throughout the shelves just past the cash registers, and they also can be way back in the back of the store by the huge bay doors that are near the fire area. After you clear Goshen, then you can either go back out to the center of the mall to see if other AI scavs or player scavs have spawned, or you can cut through Bizarro and then go down past Costin and then the Emercom store to head towards Idea. Or there is also the offices cut through that will take you from Goshen to Idea in kind of a less traveled manner, and then also will be good if you are trying to avoid PMC confrontation. So once you get to Idea, then you will have between 2 and 5 scavs that will typically spawn here. Most of them are around the cash registers and then the front of the store, but you can also have them behind the first wall that separates the cash registers from the back of the store as well. There is also an escalator by the entrance to the rest of the mall that I do typically use to go down into the parking garage area. This one entrance to the parking garage always seems to have at least one scav on either the landing of the escalator or in one of the doors on either side. So it's definitely worth a look in my opinion. After clearing Idea, you do have a couple of options. You could go to the power station to clear the 2 to 4 scavs that are typically there, and then potentially even take the car extract if it is there for you. Or you could even go and turn on the power and then go back into the mall to take the Big Boy 11 SR secret extract, which I do have a video explaining what it is, how to open the room for you, as well as where to go if you're not familiar with it. Or you can always just head towards either the No Backpack, the Emercom, or the Railway extracts, depending on which one that you do have. No Backpack will be just down the street on the back side of the mall, and if you don't have anything that you are attached to, it will probably be the safest option to get out of this map. However, if you do have a backpack full of loot and then you want to take it out a raid with you, then continue past the No Backpack extract towards the opposite side of the mall from the power station. And if you do go this way, then you will also have the opportunity to get another 1 to 4 scavs on the backside of Ollie as well, or you can just go straight for the extract at Emercom by hugging the wall left. Just be aware that this is probably the most or second most camped extract in all of Tarkov, so as you approach it, definitely be careful, and until you're actually out of the raid, make sure to keep a lookout for players trying to ruin your day. Now, if you do go to railway, you may run into player scavs also going this way, so just be aware of that. And also players camp in the actual extract either under the train or inside of the extract itself. And that is why whenever I go to this extract, I always go up on the concrete ledge on either side to try and avoid potential campers underneath the train. But unfortunately on this map, it can be difficult to avoid actual extract campers at either main extract, which is why no backpack, the car extract, or 11SR are my personal choices to get out of this map. Also, at the moment of me making this guide, BSG has moved kill list spawns from majority of the main stores around the mall on the main floor and the parking garage to strictly the top floor. So you can head up to the main floor area of the top floor and potentially get another 1 to 3 scav kills around Sushi or Jacob and Jacob, which are both around the escalators in the center of the store. But with the risk of killing now only being up top, I didn't want to add it into the video to potentially save you guys from getting hit with an RPK fire hose of death. And also just be aware that BSG could alter his spawns at any point in time back to the regular spawns, which the main ones are going to be by Brutal at the center of the mall, Ollie, Goshen, and Idea. So he could end up back there at any point in time, so just be cautious of that. And also, if you do get a spawn that makes it not feasible for you to start the route at Ollie, then you can definitely reverse or alter the route to whatever makes sense for you in that raid. This is just a general idea to show you guys where the highest populated scav areas are. So hopefully this guide ends up being useful to you guys in order to show you how to hunt down some scavs for your tasks. And if you're still here at the end of the video, then I definitely appreciate you, and I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day. So what you're seeing on the screen right now is just a couple of my different social links in case you guys wanted to connect more easily. I am primarily streaming on Twitch now multiple nights a week. So if you do want to connect with me or my community, that would probably be the easiest way to do so. And if you do come over to the Twitch and you want to join the Discord community, then just type !Discord or cord in the chat in order to get an invite link. And if you don't use Twitch, then I do have a link in the picture as well as a link below in the description. And we are growing and currently have an active and welcoming community with people of all experience and skill levels. So there will always be someone who could help to answer any questions that you may have. As always, thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching the video, and I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day.